Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're gonna be going over how to make money online and just a general overview of how I've generated multiple 6 figures of revenue over the past year using Facebook ads and Shopify. So if that sounds interesting, please stick around and tune in because we're gonna drop some knowledge. So number one is we're going to define our passionate niche. So if you're a sporting store, you're going to target people that like sports. If you're selling makeup, right? If you're Kardashian, hoo-haing our asses, then we're going to sell some makeup to makeup enthusiasts. That's the first step, is defining who your passionate niche is and what demographic you want to target. Next, we're going to identify the products that are typically sold within that niche, and you can do this by looking at competitors or stores that you'd like to model your store after. Understand what products they're selling, understand why they're selling those, and if you can, try to figure out which ones are selling in higher volumes. A lot of it's just kind of thinking about what are people actually buying and already buying, right? So the business model that I do is called drop shipping, and basically it allows me to sell anything from my suppliers and not touch a single unit of inventory. It's actually really cool because I don't have to buy like 200 pieces, 1,000 pieces, and I don't have to hoard it all in my room and then ship it out manually and all that. I actually can build a brand around existing products and not touch one single piece of inventory. That allows a lot of creativity and a lot of wiggle room to kind of test things out without wasting too much money. So if you don't know what dropshipping is, please research dropshipping. I'm just talking about the overview of how I actually put this all together. So step 1 is defining your target audience. Step 2 is finding products that audience might like, and then you're gonna build a store. I use Shopify. Shopify is the easiest for me to see all the metrics and all of that. So basically, we're gonna build a Shopify store using the products or product that you've actually decided on that you wanna push. So we're gonna make that look really legit. I'm not gonna get too much into the actual elements that go into building a successful landing page and all of that, but basically you wanna make your landing page look professional. Ask yourself the question, would you buy from that store or would you not? And if the answer is no, then make some revisions, right? So once we build our store on Shopify and make all the elements look really branded and professional, then we're going to either film advertisements or collect creative assets to launch ads. So now it's time to pump traffic. There are so many different ways to pump traffic, whether that's affiliate marketing, getting Instagram influencers, YouTube influencers to make product reviews for you. Google ads is great, but mainly the bread and butter I want to talk about is Facebook ads, because Facebook does an insanely good job at matching people that you're trying to target to your product. So the general idea is to connect a passionate audience to a product that they might like, right? So we are going to target people through advertisements to connect those dots. Their algorithm is basically insane. The general workflow is essentially when you start Facebook ads, you have no idea what's gonna work, so you're gonna wanna test a lot of different things. So then you're gonna read things like the CPCs and the CPMs and realize, what's the cheapest data for the best results. And that's a whole nother can of worms for a different video, but basically, you're going to test a ton of different things and narrow it down and optimize as you go. And you can do certain things with the data that Facebook is collecting throughout the process. So you can use all of this data and grow and grow and grow, and of course, retarget. So now great, you've built your store, you're running Facebook ads, you've defined your target audience, and you're connecting a passionate audience to your products. Now, someone actually buys it, what do, right? So there are tons of different websites that you can access different suppliers from China, and they'll actually fulfill your orders. The most manual way and probably easiest way to start is using a site like Aliexpress. Aliexpress is kind of like a cheaper version of Amazon that originates in China. But the general point is you can test on a small budget. You can test these products one by one. And if you get an order, you don't really have to worry about touching any of the products. You can just put the order in at AliExpress, put a note that you're drop shipping, and they won't put any branding or invoices or whatever into it. So basically you can take these generic products you can find, host it on AliExpress, pair them with your niche and get rolling. Long story short, the customer will need their product. So how do you make money when it's all said and done? Well, there are a few things to point out. You have your product costs, your advertising cost, and of course taxes on top of that. The goal for the ad sets is to get a per purchase that is less than the difference of the markup cost. Say it's $10 on AliExpress and you're selling it for $30. that leaves you with a $20 margin right there per sale, right? So you're gonna wanna test different ad sets, and you're basically gonna want to try to get a per purchase of less than $20 on an ad set. And you can get really lucky if you do find a relatively cheap ad set that is getting you a really low cost per purchase. Then all you need to do is just spend more money on that ad set, essentially, to make more money. And no, it's not easy and requires a ton of testing, but once you get a taste of some sauce, you realize that sauce is boss. So in recap, it's really possible to make money online. You just need to kind of put the pieces together. Once you kind of understand the general business workflow, it gets pretty interesting, because that's when the creativity comes in, and that's when you get to think about, like, what happens if I make an ad that says this, or what happens if I can tap into this market and they're really passionate about this. And that's really where my brain focuses, is how to creatively talk to customers and kind of further the brand in an effective but friendly way. And honestly, the only way you'll continue to learn is just by doing it, testing and revising, and that's pretty much how life works. And there you have it. So that's a general workflow of making money through Facebook ads and Shopify. And of course, each one of these can be its own a whole nother can of worms to talk about. So if you have any specific questions, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you want some personal mentorship, reach out to me through Instagram. I also offer that. And yeah, if you just want to talk, just talk, because I'll be talking. Have a great day.